Alright, so Supreme is collaborating with Jean-Paul Gaultier. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But anyway, this is a huge collaboration and a lot of people are really hyping it up. So it releases this Thursday, normal time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it was leaked that there would be box logos in this collaboration, and a lot of people were disappointed when the box logos were revealed, or the ones that they're using as the box logos. So basically you got this this real big box logo, and instead of being centered on the chest, it's a little bit lower on the torso, probably kind of by your belly button, maybe a little bit higher than that. But yeah, and then it's just got kind of some graffiti or stuff written over it, and then Jean-Paul Gaultier's signature. So a lot of people do like it, but a lot of people were also expecting box logos, and they're disappointed that this is what made up that box logo. So next up we have the faux fur coats, or the plaid faux fur coats, whatever. I think these are actually really dope. I like this, and it's going to be super expensive. As with all pieces in this collaboration, they're probably going to be super expensive. So that does kind of suck, but I am a big fan of the style that they went for with this. I think it looks really cool. A lot of people have been saying that this collaboration is more so along the lines of high fashion rather than streetwear, which, you know, sometimes go hand in hand, but a lot of people are attributing this collaboration with high fashion rather than streetwear. Next up we have these denim prints, and basically this is recycled work that Jean-Paul Gaultier did in the past, and they just relabel it. They put Supreme on it in a couple different places. And you got the anti-racist statements, and Supreme really likes to do this, just blasting expletives all over the clothing, which cuts down on the wearability, but I mean, at least with this, you're sending a positive message. I actually really like these pants. I think these pants are really cool, but I'm not a big fan of the trucker jacket. This is also very similar to a corduroy trucker and pants that we saw last spring, summer from Supreme. They also had this kind of background print on it, and where it was kind of a collage of a bunch of different stuff. So next up we have the sweatsuits, and these are actually going to match some Vans that we'll talk about in a little bit. I just think these are kind of underwhelming. The main thing that I don't like about it is you have these big sectioned off parts that are covered in floral, and I don't mind the floral. I don't know, the pants even look like you're wearing some chaps or something, which is just weird. But yeah, if you want, you can get the full sweats. I don't mind the floral, just not a big fan of that blocking, that color blocking. So next up we have the reversible bomber backpacks. It's actually funny that they're dropping this, because I saw something very similar to this design released a week ago by Pleasures. They did a collaboration with something. I think it was Lost Management or something like that, but it's basically a hoodie, and then in the back of the hoodie is a backpack very similar, or exactly like they have the backpack integrated on this jacket. And it's also interesting because they show pictures of just plain backpacks, so I'm not sure if you can detach the backpack or they're also selling backpacks separately. So next up we have some button-ups, and these are actually kind of hard. The white one more so. Just some floral patterns again. They're dandelions or something like that, or sunflowers. It reminded me of something you'd see from Prada. And then you have a pinstripe suit, which, you know, there's not a whole lot to be said about that. It is what it is. It's just a pinstripe suit. It is double-breasted, which is kind of an interesting choice. So that just means, you know, it buttons over, it overlaps instead of kind of meeting in the middle like a lot of modern suits do. So next up you have the Vans, and there are actually 4 different Vans dropping in 2 styles, and then each in 2 different colorways. They follow the floral pattern that we saw earlier with the sweatsuit, and they come in the Vans Chukkas, I think it's called, and then also the Vans Aero, which is that classic low-rise shoe that a lot of people wear. Compared to the hoodies with the color blocking, these also have that same color blocking with the floral pattern, obviously. And I just think they work a little bit better on these. With the color blocking on the shoes, they're actually able to outline different parts that make up the shoe. So kind of by the laces, you'll see it follows and color blocks that whole area off, which is kind of cool, I think. But also just, this seems like something you'd already have seen from Vans, maybe just a different colored sole or something with just a little extra detail in it. But this does look like something very similar to something you would already have seen from Vans. All right, so next up we got some accessories. You got Cologne, which is actually kind of cool. Comes in this little like barrel type thing, and then you open it up and the fragrance is shaped like a male torso, which is kind of cool. Saw some people like saying that's kind of weird to buy cologne because the price is going to be really high most likely, and you're not going to have any idea how it smells, but you can assume it probably smells great. Some relatively plain glasses, you know, you can probably get a pair of Ray-Bans that look like these. But that being said, I am a really big fan of these glasses. There's some very circular ones, kind of like some John Lennon ones. So lastly, we have a belt and then some holsters, which are similar to like some suspenders. So the belt has Gaultier and then Supreme, which is kind of cool, but just not for the price that it's probably going to be. And then also the holsters are just kind of, I would say they're closer to that of like a chest rig rather than holsters. Just because it's kind of these like two giant pouches that go down your torso. I would have liked to see them do just, you know, like suspenders or like some actual holsters where they are thinner rather than just the huge like containers. But that does allow for more usability rather than just fashion. So yeah, that wraps up the collaboration, and personally, like, there's nothing out of it that I would get for myself. But I do think it's a pretty decent collaboration. Like, they've had collaborations that have gone way worse than this. You can tell that they're kind of like setting up for a certain style, and I think they really achieved that with this collaboration. I do have to agree with a lot of people where they are kind of going for that high fashion more, rather than the streetwear look that Supreme usually does with its own lookbook pieces. So I think that turns a lot of fans of the brand away from it. I also think this is one of those pretty important collaborations that Supreme is going to have, and it'll be remembered for a long time, and a lot of these will be grails for people down along the road. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Let me know what you guys think about this collaboration. Are you a fan of it? Are you going for anything in it? We haven't seen the price list yet, but assume the prices are going to be pretty high. Our Supreme videos don't do the greatest, so make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video and let us know that you want more of this content. But other than that, thank you for watching and good luck on the drop. I'll see you guys later.